Alright, so in this section, we're going to cover Heron's formula. So the goal with Heron's formula is trying to find areas of oblique triangles. And by oblique triangle, meaning non-right angle triangle. So if you have a triangle that is not a right angle, then it's classified as oblique. And in order to find the area of it, we might be able to use Heron's formula. Now, as recall from geometry, when you have a triangle and you're trying to find the area of it, you're given information of the base and the height. And the formula for it was 1/2 times base times height. So in this case, we don't have that information about just the base and the height. So if your triangle, if you have it and the sides were given, if they give you the value of the sides, then you can use Heron's formula. So the definition of Heron's formula is if the measures of the sides of triangle ABC are lowercase a, lowercase b, and lowercase c, then the area of the triangle is area equals the square root of s times s minus a times s minus b times s minus c. Keep in mind that a, b, c are lowercase, where s is equal to 1/2 times a plus b plus c. So when you have your sides, you add up a, b, and c, and then take the half of it, that's your s value. And then all you're doing is just plug it into s, and then you plug in for your a, your b, your c values. Those are your sides. Now, since we're working with square roots, the goal of this section is for you to set it up correctly. Now, don't worry about trying to simplify it. Now, if it's a perfect square root, such as 121, that's a perfect square number. You can square root it, which is 11. If another example, if you have 400, 400 is a perfect square number. You can do the square root, which is 20. So if you do have a perfect square, then yes, you find the square root of it. Now, if you don't, if it's not a perfect square, don't worry about it. Because when we're working with Heron's formula, you will have a big number, such as like more than 500 or maybe and more than 1,000. So that's fine. Don't worry about trying to find a perfect square number. As long as you set it up correctly, meaning you found the correct s value, and then you work out s minus a, s minus b, and s minus c. And then after that, you're going to be multiplying what you have inside the square root. So eventually, you will have a big number, which is okay. Right now, the goal of this is trying to set it up correctly. Now, once you set it up correctly, if you do have the option to use a calculator, then it's only take a couple seconds just to plug it in and then get the answer. So again, it's okay to have a big number because sometimes you might be able to do a perfect square root. If not, then you may end up having a decimal answer, which that's what the calculator is for. But again, the main focus is to set up correctly and then get the answer that I'm looking for.